email templates that you should be updating in your wedding photography business. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Chantel. I'm a full-time elopement photographer that loves to travel all over the world for my weddings and elopements. I've been photographing weddings and elopements for 4 years now, and I have just got into the educational side of things for the last 2 years. So if you're new here, well, stick around. Now that we're on our computer, I've opened up HoneyBook, I've opened up my templates. So this includes everything from all of my pricing guides, my welcome guides, questionnaires, email templates, minis templates, all the fun things like that, contact forms, contracts and everything. So I'm gonna go through and update these because it's been a little bit of a hot minute. So I'm gonna go into my emails and I'm honestly just gonna delete all of the ones that I don't use anymore or haven't used in a long time. This is all my new ones. All I want to really do is update my emails right now. This is on my Etsy. This is email templates I've created. There's a bunch of different scenarios. There's a list of contents. This is all within the app as well. It has the increase, the pricings, different kind of things. So I won't be using all of these. I just want to pick and choose the ones that I'm going to use most frequently and then use that. So this is pretty much the one that I use now. So I'm going to copy. Okay, so. And then I usually just add my own little personal touches. HoneyBook is fairly easy to use. So as a wedding photographer, I really like to organize with all my files, and I have one place where I can have all of my emails and inquiries and all of my clients and all the data. So HoneyBook is honestly great for that, and I love it so much. I like to make this part small. Yeah, cool. Thanks for reaching out, and then the client's name again, so we're gonna put that. I just want to break down the structure of this email. Basically, I'm addressing who they are and their name. So in the first, just saying, hey. And then in that first header, I'm telling them I'm listening. So I know who their second partner is. So I'm acknowledging that it's not just the person reaching out, but there's also a second person. I'm acknowledging the location that they want to get married in. When the inquiry comes in, I'm going to use this and personalize anything that they come with me, looked it over, and sent it away along with my packaging. For this, all of my subjects is I do the names of them. So we'll just do I'll use me and my boyfriend for an example. So if you see that as your header and you're oh, that's my name, to me, I'm gonna open that email because it's customized to me and my boyfriend. That's always gonna be customized to the people themselves. So that's all good to go. We're going to name that. And now let's see what other ones we can put in here. Pricing. I just send this with my inquiry ones. If you're somebody that has a pricing guide, this might be more beneficial to add this. I personally don't do that one. Another fun fact about my wedding packages is I actually don't charge a travel fee. It's actually included in my packaging. Depending where you are, I just include it in the package because it's less work for the bride and groom to book my travels or anything like that, or have different invoices here and there. And it's just, it kind of gets a little messy. So what I like to do is I just jam pack literally everything that is required for a wedding, and I put it all in a package. So everything's all in one. So my taxes are included, the travel is included, engagement session, heirloom box with the USB, the customized timeline. So I put everything in there. I have a few optional add-ons that they can put on there at a discounted rate, but I don't charge travel fees for weddings anymore because it's just all included. But now I'm gonna put this already booked one. I love this part, especially because when a bride or groom or someone reaches out to you for something, it's nice to be able to have a next step for them. This is a next step. I'm saying that I can recommend someone to you, and that can be your next step instead of you inquire with me and then just stonewalled you and not sure where to go at. And it keeps them happy. And honestly, wedding planning is a lot of work. So anytime I can take a load off somebody's plate, I am more than happy to do that. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this one for regular sessions, so like fully booked. So I'm actually just gonna duplicate this thing, and then I'm gonna put. Sometimes I'm not booked, but I'm unavailable because I have personal things going on. So I try to avoid using fully booked all of the time. There's a difference between being booked and being unavailable. So being booked is you have booked like clients in there, but being unavailable is you've scheduled that time off for yourself, or you're unable to do it because you're doing something else. Trying to be very clear with your words is very, very, very important. And then I try to provide like alternate dates. So I would be like, I'm not gonna link them yet, just because I already gave them a next step. And it's gonna be the availability link here for you. So this is a next step. So that's asking for them for a next step, but I've already have a direct next step right here. So saying the availability, so that's like a direct one where I don't need to reply to an email. They automatically can just click that link. So this is gonna be their first next step, and this is gonna be their second next step. I'm promoting myself first, and I'm just saying that since they inquired with me, I'm giving them other options before I completely eliminate myself. And then I'm giving them to another colleague that I trust. Okay, so that's pretty good. And people love the check-in. So they have a lot going on. They have a lot of vendors to talk to. They appreciate the little follow-up. I appreciate it when I get, like, I inquire with someone or something, and then they send a follow-up, and I'm like so grateful for it because I'm like, that definitely just slipped my mind, and it happens, and I'm so grateful for those like follow-ups. Pretty good. So that's 3 email templates done and like no time at all. I really like the idea of adding like a why my price is higher, because I get it all the time and it's a little bit out of my budget. So this is a good understanding to let the clients know why I charge how much I charge. This kind of says that if they ask for it. So I'm not just like blankly like setting it out there, it's just if they ask. This is a personal preference of how I like to structure an email, just to add that next step in there, because after reading a full blurb like this, I'm sure you have a ton of questions. Creating the next step for them is what's going to push them to book. Okay, so that one's done. I do like the fact of having this one. I do like to give that reminder, like, especially if like we've been in touch like quite a bit and like I'm really vibing with the person and they just don't know that they need to put like a retainer and a contract down. This would be nice and would be like, yo, I got someone else like ready for this date, so. Cool. I like the structure on this one. I'm just going to reword a few of it. This is a great way to start it as onboarding somebody, because you're telling them that like they're part of a community now and like they're a part of something. They're not just like nothing to you. They're literally a part of like your family now. Perfect, that's pretty good. That's just stating something, so I don't really need a next step from them. I'm just basically giving them a nice welcome into the family. Okay, I like the added little blurb in this one because my timeline one is like the default one, the email. This one just has like a little bit more detail in it. Perfect. And then I'll usually add some customized notes to that after we've had our meeting. Any notes that are taken or anything that I needed to note and send them. Then I'm gonna make the same one for a little bit. Beautiful. I also send this one. So this is usually the week of. I try to schedule in a final details call just to ensure that nothing's changed and that we're all in the same boat. Usually people take like a few days off before their wedding, so they have a little bit more flexibility to do all of this, like timeline stuff, and that's what I like to do it the week of too. Okay, so we're just updating the style guide. I'm just gonna update the color palettes. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go put that in here. So there. Now when you click them, it brings you right to the guide. Perfect. Copying that over, because like right after like the engagement session, I feel like everybody's always like so like happy. Beautiful. Okay, so there's definitely like a ton more that we can update, but for now we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We did 16 email templates that are gonna come in handy. That's all we need for right now. In conclusion, we got a bunch of email templates done in a short amount of time, and this is actually gonna save us a ton of time in the future. So instead of retyping every single email when inquiries come in or different scenarios in our photography business comes up, we're gonna have those email templates now to just look forward to and adjust when needed. But we barely have to do any editing on them because we've done so much like automation in them. So the client's names, the project states, the locations, we made sure to implement all of those. So as the projects come in, those are automatically going to be put into our email templates. So if you are looking to level up your photography business and add some email templates, I'll leave the link in the description below for you. If you guys are interested in that, I will have that product right up on my Etsy for you to purchase, and you can level up your photography business, especially if you have a little bit of extra time on your hands. Even if you don't, you're still gonna have that template for life and you can refer back to it as more inquiries come in. That is another tip that I like to tell other photographers. If you don't have the time to sit down for like a few hours to input all of those and tweak them, remember to go back to Canva and go into those email templates and pick one that chooses best, and then as you're replying in HoneyBook, you can save it as a template as you're doing it. So for the future, it's still going to be there, and you didn't spend hours at one time importing them all. So I hope this video helped you in how to structure an email and why I structure it the way I do as an elopement photographer. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and there'll be lots more tips coming at you.